Hey everybody, it's Mitch from Mitch's Box Breaks. Ready for Prizm Draft Football half case 8 box break number 3. You guys were amazing on eBay. Spots were flying off the hook. Every spot is sold out on this break. It's gonna be a pretty fun break. Last week we hit a pretty big 2 auto. Going for the Burrow this week. Pretty pumped. Why don't you guys give me a like or a comment if you're on here? Trying to see who's all on here yet. Um, So we got the 11 o'clock break. We're going to do the half case. And then at 12:15, we will do the other half case. So it's going to be a pretty late night. And then we have some solo boxes up. I got the first one sold out up on Facebook. So we're going to do a random break on this guy. And then the second box is up for sale. So if you guys want to get in on that, comment on Facebook. Um, and if we sell that one out, we will post the third one. Try to get that going, but it is going to be a late night, so let's get started. So we got this going on there, 2020 Panini Football Prizm Drafts picks, and I'll tell you what, this stuff is going off the hook right now because it is the only solid 2020 product out there right now. Nothing is getting released. I wanted to do contenders next week for the draft, but that is not coming out. It's all delayed because they're all shut down. Looks like May 15th for contenders, so we'll get the first 8 out of here. Hey Charles, that one's going to be after the 2 case break, so as soon as we finish, we will jump on that break right away. And there is spots left in the second if you're interested. And if we fill it up, we'll go to the third. Otherwise, we'll do that tomorrow night. And guys, I'm pretty sure next week for the draft, probably gonna just knock out another Prizm. We'll see what the prices are as they keep going up, but that's probably the most likely bet because I don't think anything else will be out. So, all right, so here's everybody in break number 3, and like I said before, you guys were amazing. It's like Lambog 99's got Alabama. And he's got LSU, so he's going big. Charles, I don't think we're going to have enough time in between. It took me about an hour to get through these the last time, so it'll most likely be after the second break. All right, that's everybody in break number 3. So we're just going to get right into it. Yeah, Lamb Dog's going all in. Good luck, buddy. I'm hoping we hit the Burrow. We got the Tua the last week, and then 2 weeks ago in just Leaf Draft we hit the Burrow auto. So all right, I got to get with the. There we go. All right, so we got Aaron Jones, Stephon Diggs, Daniel Jones, Tony Pollard gold. Let's see, that's numbered to 149. Chase Claypool, Christian Fulton, Jerry Jeudy, and the hit's going to be nice right off the bat. Yetur Gross-Matos going over to Penn State. And that one's numbered to 149. All right, we got Patrick Mahomes, Julio Jones, another Patrick Mahomes. Last week it was the Kyler Murray hot box. Maybe it'll be Mahomes this week. Got a Michael Thomas green that's numbered to 199. And a Jake Breland Prizm. Jeff Okudah for Ohio State. Chase Young going over to Ohio State. And then a Shea Patterson going over to Michigan. That one is numbered to 75. Yeah, last week was the Tua, so we're going hard after Burrow, and should be pretty exciting next week if I can pick up some more Prizm. We'll hit it up after the draft on Saturday. Something to look forward to at least. Michael Thomas, DJ Chark Jr. There we go. There he is. Kyler Murray, Austin Eckler. Prizm, Bryce Hall. That one's going to be numbered to 199, going over to Virginia. Charlie Weaver, Javon Kinlaw, and the hit's going to be Bryce Edwards. Looks like it's going over as at South Carolina. And that one is not numbered, just a Prizm. At the end of the break, all autos, I'll recap. Daniel Jones, yeah. Should have had him this break, huh? DeAndre Hopkins. Hey, Shannon, break number 4 starts at 12:15. What I'll do when I finish this break is I'll start another live for break number 4, Jacoby Brissett. That one's going to be numbered to 249. That way, when I post them on YouTube, they can be separate for people to see. Anthony Gordon, Nate Stanley, KJ Hamler. And the hit's going to go over to Stanford. It's a Colby Parkinson. Looks like it's just a Prizm. Yeah, I had it on the post. I put 12:15 just to make sure that we had enough time. It took me, Shannon, you got Georgia. It took me about an hour, a little over an hour to get through half case last week, each break. So we'll just have to kind of watch the time here, make sure we're on time for break number 2. Got a Marley Mac. And then, guys, if you're interested, there's still spots left in the single box random team break. It's pinned to the top of the Facebook page. $11 a spot. There's only 30 spots. Deebo Samuel. Okay, here we go. We got an Amari Cooper going to Alabama. That one's going to be numbered to 299. Anthony Gordon. Shea Patterson. KJ Hill going over to Ohio State. And the hit's going to be an Anthony Gordon, numbered to 99. So a little quiet first box. But I'm sure the hits are in here. All right, so we're going to go on to box number 2. Man, you guys were crazy on eBay too. Things were getting bidded on like crazy. I couldn't keep up. between running the Facebook page, keeping up with the invoicing and everything on eBay, it is out of control. Yeah, we hit, Shannon, I don't know if you broke with us last week, but we hit a nice Jake Fromm auto right at the end in our second break last week. So we'll see what we can do for you this week. All right, Matt Ryan. And everything in this break goes out, guys. So almost everybody will at least get something. TJ Hawkinson. Preston Williams. This next one's going to be kind of an interesting one. We got Terry Bradshaw, number to 299. Javon Kinlaw. Hey, Sean. Yeah, that was a nice hit, man. Brian Lewerke. Colin Johnson. Chase Claypool going over to Notre Dame. That's going to be a Prizm. What teams did you get today, Sean? I didn't see. I've been flying around trying to get through all this. Deshaun Watson. Chris Carson. Another Kyler Murray. Followed up by the one and only Kyle Murray. We might have ourselves another Kyler Murray hit streak here. I think we had about 30 of them last week. Chase Young. It's numbered to 249 going over to Ohio State. It's a nice colored green Prizm there. We got Donovan Peoples-Jones. Brian Edwards. The hit's going to be Devin Duvernay going over to Texas. Number to 149. Yeah, so if you guys like this Prizm stuff, I'm guessing that's going to be the thing we're going to do next weekend, because I don't think that anything else is going to drop before May. If anybody here's from Texas, let me know when they're opening back up, because that's where the printing shop is for Panini. Josh Allen. Keenan Allen. Tony Pollard. I know here in Wisconsin, they shut us down now until the end of May. That just got announced at the end of the week. So Baker Mayfield. That one's numbered to 30. That's the Carolina Blue going over to Oklahoma. CJ Henderson, number to 149, going to the Florida Gators. Yeah, Jim, are you guys still on a safer at home order, or is that going to get lifted anytime soon? Terrell Lewis. Justin Jefferson. Hoping the Packers are drafting Justin Jefferson next weekend. Then we got Isaiah Simmons going over to Clemson. Just the Prizm. Yeah, they extended the order here through the end of May, basically, right after Memorial Day, of course, and Alexander Madsen, Josh Jacobs. But they did announce today that the golf courses can be open with some rules, but so that'll help out a little bit. Terry McLaurin. Keenan Allen, gold, that's numbered to 149. Every time I see that goal, I always think it's going to be a lower number. Justin Herbert, looks like it's going to be a Prizm. Yep, going over to Oregon. And then Derek Brown going to Auburn. DeAndre Swift going over to Georgia. And then Charlie Warner going over to Georgia. There you go. That's just going to be a Prizm. It's a start. Kind of quiet so far. I think something big's going to be coming. The one thing I always wish in this product is Carson Wentz, that they would do vet autos. Because right now, imagine hitting a Carson Wentz. Kind of cool. Terry McLaurin. Amari Cooper. Odell Beckham Jr. That's going to be numbered to 199. Laviska Shenault, numbered to 199. Going over to Colorado. Mean orange, huh? Got a Jordan Love going to Utah State. And a Jacob Eason, not a Prizm. The hit's going to be Hunter Bryant, number to 75. So yeah, guys, if you want to keep breaking after the 2 case breaks, there's still spots in the box break number 2, the solo box break, and that's posted on the Facebook page. Mean. All right, got Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Joey Bosa, and then a Cortland Sutton. That is going to be numbered to 299 going over to SMU. And then an A.J. Dillon, number to 299 going over to Boston College. Jalen Reagor, Jared Pinkney, and the hit's going to be Carolina Blue, A.J. Dillon. That's going to be numbered 25 out of 30. That's going over to Boston College as well. Nice hit there. I think that's the lowest parallel auto we got so far. All right, and then DJ Moore. Gardner Minshew. Austin Eckler. A Nick Bosa going over to Ohio State, and that one's going to be numbered to 49. It's a nice looking Prizm there. And then a Jalen Hurts. It's going to be the Prizm going over to Oklahoma. Justin Herbert going over to Oregon, not a Prizm. And then a CJ Henderson going to Florida. The hit's going to be Zach Bond going over to the Badgers. Numbered out of 199, and he's going to be a solid linebacker. Probably going late first, early second. Maybe I'm partial to the Badgers, I don't know. Guys are kind of quiet tonight. Odell Beckham Jr., A.J. Brown, Phillip Rivers, got a Saquon. That one's going to be numbered to 249. A Derek Brown. That's just the Prizm. Cam Akers going over to Florida State. Keyshawn Vaughn going over to Vanderbilt. It's going to be Anadum Troutman out of 25. Is that, what is that? Is that Dayton? So that's going to be the new lowest. Sam Darnell, Devin Singletary, David Montgomery, Alvin Kamara, C.J. Henderson. It's going to be a Prizm going over to Florida. J.K. Dobbins, Dayton Flyers, yeah. Got a Tua. Hit's going to be Colin Johnson out of 199. Yeah, you guys excited for the draft? I'm really excited for the draft. I mean, I usually watch some of it, but this year I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more into it with nothing else on besides a sports rerun. So it's going to be quite the show. I bet you they're going to have some of the highest ratings ever. It'll be interesting to see how they're doing it. Hey, Zach. No, this is break number 3, Derek Carr. Break number 4 will be at 12:15 Central Time. Terry Bradshaw, Chris Godwin, and then Derek Carr. That one guy is going to be to 99. Donovan Peoples-Jones, number to 249. Jalen Hurts, Anthony Gordon. And the hit's going to be Jake Breland going over to Oregon. That's the Prizm auto. All right, let's get into box number 4. Piling it up on the floor. All right, we're due. Who's gonna call it? What's the big hit gonna be out of this half case? I want to see the Burrow. DK Metcalf, Alvin Kamara, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr. That's gonna be numbered to 299. Antonio Gandy Golden, number to 299. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman Jr. Hit's going to be Darrynton Evans out of 199. Is that Arizona State? ASU. Where you at on that one, Jim? McCole Hardman Jr. Tom Brady. Now that's what I'm talking about with the vet autos right there. Imagine you get a Tom Brady vet auto. Think of what that would do to Michigan in these breaks. Dalvin Cook. Ooh, Appalachian State. Okay. Hey, they got bought in both breaks. Aaron Jones, number to 75. Javon Kinlaw. It's going to be a Prizm. Jake Breland. Zach Moss. Hit's going to be Salvin Ahmed. And that's just going to be a Prizm. And guys, I'll recap every auto at the end. It's quite a few autos. I think there's 5 per box. 8 boxes. You guys can all do the math on that. Make sure if you haven't already, go on Mitch's Box Breaks on Facebook. Like the page. If you like what we're doing here, leave a good review. If not, that's okay too. But really trying to grow this thing and would like to try to get some of the stuff off eBay and just do it through Facebook and eventually put a website out there. Got a Baker Mayfield. Darrell Henderson. Jacoby Brissett. That one's going to be a Prizm. It's a nice little Justin Herbert. Ooh, out of 75. That's going over to Oregon. That's a good hit. You got a Steven Montez. Antonio Gandy Golden. Nice. And then we got Jacob Eason. Somebody was looking for him, right? That one is going to be numbered to 125. So Sean, is that the Neon or the Neon? That's a nice hit right there, going over to Washington. From Camo 25 last week. Yeah, that was solid. Debo Samuel. Move some of the base out of the way here. Russell the Muscle Wilson. Should have beat Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Alvin Kamara. Travis Kelce. It's going to be numbered to 149. Ha! Keep coming back, man. Keep coming back. I should have more Prizm next week. I don't know what else to break. Christian Fulton, number to 249. I mean, even the Leaf Metal Draft prices have went up about 20-30% this week. So it's kind of been interesting. AJ Epineza. I can never say his name. Followed by a Yetur Gross Matos. And the hit's going to be Omar Bayless. Prizm auto. Yeah, Prizm is solid. You know, it's fun doing the college stuff. There's just more teams. You know, a lot more autos to deal with. But you know, as the new stuff keeps coming out, I'll switch over and we'll start doing some NFL team type breaks. Jacoby Brissett. But right now, we're going to tear it up on college. I mean, as soon as Contenders goes out, Mark Ingram, we're going to wear it out. I'm going to get as many cases as I can get. John Elway. Josh Allen. Number to 249. Got a AJ Espinoza. It's going to be a Prizm. Henry Ruggs going over to Alabama. Grant Delpit. And then we got Bryson Hopkins going over to Purdue. It's going to be numbered to 149. Poof, Sean, that'd be pretty tough, man. To try to figure that out while they're drafted. That'd be interesting. I played around with it. I've done it by player, by team. I kind of like team better. Players, just a lot of auctions to manage when you're doing it through eBay. Plus, I want to start filling up spots on the site. So doing it by team is a little bit easier. Oh, yeah. The Packers draft is going to be very interesting. I mean, they need to take a receiver, Derek Carr. And there's a lot of receivers out there, Odell Beckham Jr. So everyone's kind of expecting him to go in the first round, but Ezekiel Elliott, they might be able to still get solid people in the second. So it's going to be interesting. Daniel Jones, number to 199. Jalen Rigor. I think it'd be fun to do a Prizm next week and have the auctions end on Saturday. That way the first couple of rounds are through. Justin Herbert, so people can start going after their teams. C.J. Henderson, and the hit's gonna be Mitchell Wilcox going over to South Florida. It's gonna be a Prizm auto. Yeah, Jalen Rigor. There's so many. I really would like them to take Justin Jefferson. I don't know if he'll be there. But there's so many, there's the top echelon guys. You got Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. It'd be interesting to see how the receivers play out in the draft. But I guess it's a good year to need one. A.J. Brown. Tom Brady. Yeah, man, keep an eye out. I just got to talk to my guy tomorrow. The prices went up again, 3 straight days. So I just want to make sure that I can get it where I can, at a minimum break even. Baker Mayfield, because you just never know. But I think it'd be really cool for the auctions to be ending the same time next week on Saturday. So all week people could be watching the draft and seeing where the guys are going. Jeff Okudah. Going over to Ohio State, number to 149. Yeah, Ray, are you doing them every night or just on Saturday? I think Thursday night's the first round, right? Jalen Hurts going over to Oklahoma. Anthony Gordon. The hit's going to be Brian Lewerke going over to Michigan State. Prizm auto. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some timing for Saturday. T.J. Hockenson, Deshaun Watson, Stephon Diggs, Lamar Jackson, number to 299. We have our first Joe Burrow sighting. Prizm. It's a nice little hit there. going over to LSU. Cam Akers, Keyshawn Vaughn, Anthony McFarland Jr. going over to Maryland. That one's going to be numbered to 199. Sam Darnold, Daniel Jones, Patrick Mahomes, Alvin Kamara. That one's a Prizm. J.K. Dobbins. That one's going to be numbered to 199 going over to Ohio State. Gotta get these turned around. Jalen Rigor. Jared Pickney. And the hit's going to be, who's got Utah State? Jordan Love, Carolina Blue. That one's numbered to 30. 9 out of 30. Nice hit. Nice hit right there. Going over to Utah State. Let's see who had Utah State. Tibby 15, 2003. That's a nice hit, buddy. That's a nice hit. Still looking for the gold vinyl. I don't think we hit the gold vinyl auto. Last week we hit the Prizm card, non-auto, but Gardner Minshew, Jerry Rice, Travis Kelce, got a Daniel Jones, 149. Yeah, Jim, it was worth it now, huh? Ooh, nice hit. Tua going over to Alabama. 299. Oh, I thought that was going to be a little bit shorter print than that, but that's still a good hit right there for Alabama. Curtis Weaver. Javon Kinlaw. And a Tyree Cleveland going over to the Florida Gators. All right, 3 boxes to go. Is the Jordan Love going to be the best hit of this half case? And if you guys want to keep breaking the night, go up on Facebook and pick up some of the spots in break number 2, the solo box. We'll break that after the second half of the case. And if we can, we'll sell it the third box. If not, we'll do that one tomorrow or later in the week. Marquise Brown. Chris Godwin. Phillip Rivers. There we go, little Russell Wilson. Guy's going to be out of 149. Terrell Lewis. Number to 25. It's going to be the Camo Prizm. Going over to Alabama. That's a nice little hit. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Brian Edwards. And we got the Troy Brown. That's going to be numbered to 49. Tony Brown, sorry. Going over to Colorado. Deshaun Watson. Joey Bosa. So you guys think Tua is going to be the second quarterback in the draft after Burrow? I mean, everybody, David Montgomery, everybody knows Burrow is pretty much going number one. Jacoby Brissett. That one's going to be $2.99 going over to NC State. A.J. Dillon. Number to 99. Colby Parkinson. Trayvon Diggs. And the hit's going to be a Darrington Evans. Prizm. Emmitt Smith. Josh Jacobs. Baker Mayfield. Todd Gurley. Guy's going to be numbered to 199. Isaiah Simmons. Jonathan Taylor. Got a Bryce Hall. The hit's going to be Sean McKeon going over to Michigan. Prizm Auto. Yeah, you got that right. You know, nobody's really signing cards now, so it's going to be interesting to see what that does to the hobby, how it delays things. Leonard Fournette, because it's getting tough to get any product. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, people are buying Leaf Blasters for an insane amount, and retail stuff is selling for a lot. Keenan Allen. Darrell Henderson, numbered to 75. CD Lamb. Prizm. Tyler Johnson. Jake Fromm going over to Georgia. It's going to be Anthony McFarland Jr. going over to Maryland. Another Prizm. Matthew Stafford. Tony Pollard. Terry McLaurin. Debo Samuel. Jalen Hurts, number to 249, going over to Oklahoma. Yeah, lots of redemptions, yeah. Isaiah Simmons. LaVisca Chenault Jr. Looks like a Prizm. Nope, not a Prizm. All right, speaking of redemptions. Draft picks, Prizm, Hyper, Autographs, KJ Hamler. What does anybody know? What is the Hyper Autos parallel go to? Hey Noah, we hit a pretty good Jordan Love Carolina Blue auto, um, numbered 30. It's probably about the biggest hit so far in the case, but there's been some other good ones. We're moving on to box 7 right now. Yeah, that's a nice little hit there. Notre Dame. I don't know if we hit a Notre Dame auto or not. No, I'll recap all the autos at the end. Get the Brett Favre. See, that auto right there. Get yourself a Brett Favre. I'd be okay with that. I'd be buying up all the Packers in the Southern Miss and the breaks. Miles Sanders, Phillip Rivers, Marquise Brown going over Oklahoma, number to 149. We're due for something big. Michael Pittman Jr. It's going to be a Prizm. Joe, not autoed Burrow, going over to LSU. AJ Dillon. Somebody was asking about Notre Dame. Got a Tony Jones Jr. Prizm auto. There you go. No, you called it basically, man. How about that? Just come check out a break quick, get your hit. Saquon Barkley, Baker Mayfield, Joey Bosa, Josh Allen, Prizm. It's another nice little Tua. 199. Albert Okwuegbunam, never gonna be able to pronounce his name. Xavier McKinney. This next one's gonna be a nice little hit. T. Higgins going over to Clemson, number to 49. What are they? Is this the hyper? Does anybody know if this is the hyper auto or Prizm? That's a nice hit going over to Clemson. Leonard Fournette, Aaron Rodgers, Austin Eckler, Stephon Diggs, number to 299. Jake Breland, it's going to be a Prizm. Jake Fromm going over to Georgia. Isaiah Simmons. The hit's going to be Kendrick Rogers going over to Texas A&M. Prizm. All right, we're going to have something good in this one. Matthew Stafford, Terry Bradshaw, Chris Godwin. What do we got here? A.J. Brown, 4 out of 5. This is the gold vinyl. Going over to Ole Miss. It's a nice card. Four out of 5. Followed up by Jerry Jeudy. Haven't heard much from him. It's going to be $2.99 going over to Alabama. Laviska Shenault Jr. Denzel Mims. Hit's going to be DJ Wanon. Prizm. That looks like it would be a parallel. It's just a Prizm. Yeah, Ole Miss. That was a cheaper spot in the break. Deshaun Watson. This guy's the snakeskin right here. DJ Chark Jr. Kyler Murray. Miles Sander. $2.49. A.J. Dillon. $2.49. Right here, Jim, is this what you're talking about? So what is the snake skin? What is that? A case hit? Trayvon Diggs. Nice. Yeah, I think we hit something like that last week. I'm trying to think of who it was last week. 10? Not bad. Not bad. I think the same box for the gold vinyl and the snakeskin. We got Tyler Johnson. And the hit's going to be Michael Warren the second. Going over to Cincinnati. Prizm. Yeah, we hit somebody. I can't remember who it was last week, but we did hit somebody last week with the snakeskin. All right, last box. And break number 3, half case. 12:15 we'll be starting break number 4. I'm not going to jump right into it because some people only bought spots in break 4 and I had it announced at 12:15 on the auction. And I will start a second live video for that. And then we got the one box breaks out there yet. Spots still open if you guys want to jump in, the random breaks. Let's fill up box number 2 here before the end of the night. Get that knocked out. Yeah, hopefully 8 is the best, right? Jarrett Stidham. Debo Samuel. Mecole Hardman Jr. DeAndre Hopkins. That one's going to be numbered to 249. Another Tua. It's going to be a Prizm. Jordan Love. Jacob Eason. And Michael Ward II going over to Cincinnati again. That's numbered to 99. Just gotta grab some more sleeves. Is there dual autos in Prizm, Ray? I haven't seen one yet. At least in the case we broke last week. This is only the second case I broke. Of Prizm. Jacoby Brissett. Deontay Johnson. Russell Wilson. Patrick Mahomes. Me numbered to 299. We'll get rid of that one. Oh yeah, Noah. Colby Parkinson. Numbered to 99. Well, all right, we're gonna get a dual auto then, man. I can't remember one from the case we did last week. Brian Lewerke. Colin Johnson. Hits going over to those Georgia Bulldogs. Brian Harrion. Prizm auto. 2-1. Ha. That'd be nice. Mark Ingram. DK Metcalf. Alvin Kamara. Patrick Mahomes. Number to 75. Henry Ruggs III going over to Alabama. It's a Prizm. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Brian Edwards. The hit's going to be going over to Missouri. Jordan Elliott. Gonna be numbered 18. Oh, that's like... Man, that's supposed to be in the first day issue? First off the line. That's a nice hit. Jordan Elliott. Numbered to 18. 7 out of 18. Going over to Missouri. Nice. So we got some pretty good hits in the first half. Nicole Hardman Jr. John Elway. Alvin Kamara. Derek Carr, number to 199. Laviska Shenault Jr., number to 249. Jonathan Taylor. Bryce Hall. Notre Dame's getting a Tony Jones Jr., number to 199. All right, guys, last pack. Break number 3, half case, Prizm. This is it. Tom Brady. Nick Chubb, Lamar Jackson, Terry McLaurin. It's going to be a Prizm. Got a J.K. Dobbins Prizm going over to Ohio State. Colby Parkinson. Trayvon Diggs. And that's a nice little hit there to end the day. J.K. Dobbins going over to Ohio State. Numbered to 75. Nice hit. All right, well, not too bad of a first half break. I'm going to recap all the autos, and then at 12:15 we'll get into break number 2. If you guys are interested, go grab some spots in the box break number 2. There's still quite a few, I think. Well, let's see here. We got a decent amount of spots left, so check it out. Let's try to fill that thing up yet. And we'll knock that out. Okay, so this is going to be the auto recap of box break number 3, 2020 Prizm Draft Football, 11 o'clock break. Got Tony Jones Jr., Brian Herrion. Hey Ray, let's see here. I'll just flash this over here real quick. There's a decent amount. I mean, there's probably 2, 4, 6, 8. There's about 20 or so spots. So if you guys want to fill that up, we can break that tonight yet. Michael Warren II. Super Collector is going to be pretty excited. Kendrick Rogers. Terry Jones Jr. Anthony McFarland Jr. Hey, Jim, about 20 or 22 spots or so. Sean McKeon. Darrington Evans. Tony Brown. Tyree Cleveland. Ray, you bought in break number 1. So that one's full, ready to go. Anthony McFarland Jr. Unless you're saying you just commented on the second break. Hey, Jim, no, I'll stick to 11. If we don't fill it tonight, Brian Lewarke, we'll break it tomorrow night. Mitchell Wilcox. These boxes were pretty expensive, so I got to make sure Bryce Hopkins, I at least get my money back for him. Omar Bayless. Salvin Ahmad. Darrington Evans. Jake Breland. Cullen Johnson. Zach Bond. Hunter Bryant. Charlie Warner. Isaiah Simmons. Devin Duvernay. Chase Claypool. Anthony Gordon. Colby Parkinson. Brian Edwards. Shea Patterson. Etor Gross Matos. And we got some of the better stuff we hit at the end there. Got the J.K. Dobbins going over to Ohio State. The Jordan Elliott. We've got cracked ice out of 18. The DJ Wanham. That's going to be the snakeskin. A.J. Brown gold vinyl. T. Higgins, Clemson, going to Clemson. Got the Jordan Love Carolina Blue out of 30. Jacob Eason out of 125. And then Adam Troutman, that one's going to be out of 25. Another Carolina Blue, A.J. Dillon out of 30. And then the last one is the K.J. Hamler Draft Picks Prizm's Hyper Autographs Redemption. It's not too bad for the first half. Pretty excited for the second half. We will. I'll be jumping on at 12, a little before 12:15 to get that one started. So I'm gonna jump off for a minute. If you're in the second round, or if you want to come hang out for the second round, keep an eye out. I'll be going live right before 12:15, and then if you guys want to fill up those spots, jump in, and we'll try to break that one yet tonight. Otherwise, we'll get that one going for tomorrow. All right, see you guys all in a little bit. Yeah, John, nice breaking, man. It's been fun, and if you don't have spots in the second, jump on and watch because I think you got some spots in the solo break.